On my personal development journey and on my quest to develop or cultivate an identity, I discovered that I had artistic abilities. I could write poems and I could actually perform them on stage. So I'm going to recite one of my poems for you. I hope it inspires you. It's called the Able poem. Life is livable. Let it be profitable. Some roads are unpassable, but do the unthinkable. Truth is undeniable, but truth is admissible. Your mountains will seem unclimbable, but tables are tenable. Your story may be undescribable, your experience is unbearable, but the end, however, enjoyable. Friends are losable, when choosing them, be sensible. Hurt is curable, and men are forgivable. Your experiences are valuable, so make them memorable. Goods bought may not be returnable, money is not refundable. Your life may seem questionable, but your life is redeemable. Man is perishable, but man is savable. Your dreams may seem unattainable, but you are capable. It will be inconceivable when you become identifiable. Your sorrows are tradable, shame removable. The heart is searchable, and its wounds are mendable. Prayers are answerable, so when you go on your knees, make them receivable. Because God's mercies are endurable, and His words are unreturnable. Smiles are transmittable, lives touchable. Curses are revocable, destinies changeable. Your life may seem miserable, but the breakthrough will be unforgettable. Success is repeatable, and failure replaceable. Life is livable, let it be profitable. Make it countable. Your battles are winnable, the room for improvement expandable. One day, you will be accountable. Will you be audible? Comments are postable, pictures downloadable. Videos are watchable, sex tapes leakable. Statements are retractable, apologies renderable. But the digital footprints are not deletable. Social media is abusable. Will you be responsible? Anger is inflammable, grudge holdable. Bitterness is testable, revenge exactable. Breakages and damages may not be repairable. Temper is manageable, conflicts resolvable. Self-control is attainable, good habits cultivatable. Life is perfectible. The fame of great people is desirable, their spirit not to give up responsible. The story of their journey incredible. The young ones to be visible, but the hard times are unavoidable. The top is accessible, painful sacrifices ladder climbable. Life is livable, let it be profitable. As a goal-driven young man, I had dreams. I used to have my own farmland and then had my own poultry. Like, I used to love to nurture things and watch them grow. But one day I woke up and realized that I had lost both parents. And all my dreams were up in smoke. I didn't have anybody to help me with my education. I didn't have anybody to help me with my dreams. I actually, in desperation, followed someone to prison in a bid to get the person to fulfill a promise he made to me to help me with my education. But I didn't get the help I needed, and I had to find ways to actually survive and make my dreams still come alive. I had to find part-time jobs to keep myself going, and at the point I had to work as a part-time soccer coach to keep my dreams alive. Along my journey, I met somebody called Reverend Richard C. Wickham. Reverend Wickham was somebody who was interested in youth development and helping young people discover themselves and help young people cultivate identity. He helped me to focus on my character, my personality, my passions, my gifts and abilities. He helped me to discover my abilities and gifts in ways I didn't realize, and helped me to actually grow these abilities. One of the key abilities I discovered, or I realized I had but I had not been using, is my artistic abilities. I started to write poems and I started to actually perform these poems. During Ghana's 60th anniversary celebration, I actually performed a poem I wrote called Homeland in front of government officials. I've also done a poem about mothers and did a video shoot about it to celebrate mothers. This video got downloaded from the internet and shown to a whole congregation in Nigeria. I didn't even know about it. I also did a poem about illegal mining in Ghana, about how the water bodies are being polluted, about how the livelihoods of people are being destroyed. And this poem also got published. So along my journey, I discovered so much about myself. So I'm going to talk a bit about some of these things. Now, losing my parents, losing my education, losing jobs, losing friends, and not getting people to help was very difficult. And within that period, you might not want to focus on other people, but just want to see how you can help yourself through these losses. But one of the lessons I've learned along the journey was that you can still be struggling in life, but still be able to help other people grow and find solutions to their problems. Whilst I was in the university, I started a project called Students Initiative Ghana. Through this project, I helped over 60,000 young people along their journey to cultivate identity. I helped over 60,000 young people to discover their gifts, their passions, their abilities, and their personality. There were two key things I did on this project. One of them was having to help young people with learning difficulties find solutions to this problem. One of these young people was called Andrews. Andrews was having challenges remembering what he learned. When I taught him how to deal with his learning challenges, Andrew had 7 A's in one semester during exams. I was so excited about that. I also helped other young people to discover their talents, their gifts, their abilities, and how they can use these gifts and their abilities to pursue their own dream. Now, when I discovered my talents and abilities, it was not just about writing poems. I also discovered that I could do visual arts from plastic waste. And that was when I started a project called Macintosh Creative. I was just playing with plastic waste when I made a Christmas tree from 396 bottles 3 years ago. I didn't plan to start a business, but it went viral. I installed a tree in my community, invited people to experience it, and the next moment, I was registering this as a business in 2018. Over the last 3 years, Macintosh Africa has gone on to achieve a lot. Macintosh Africa has recovered over 50 tons of plastic waste from the environment, made art from plastic waste, developed a volunteer program engaging over 200 youth on the African continent in Ghana on volunteerism. Macintosh Africa has also developed segregation houses, including a famous segregation house in 2020, where we built a whole segregation house with 5,191 bottles for Tema International School, which will be used by the school and the community to recover plastic waste and sold to recycling companies. Aside these things, Macintosh Africa has also made one of its Christmas trees for the Australian High Commission here in Accra, and the plastic bottle Christmas tree is powered by solar lights provided by the High Commission. Along the journey, the Macintosh Africa project has also entered into partnerships with the University of Michigan, who were studying the Macintosh business model as a case study for their students in 2020. Also, in 2019, Macintosh Africa project had a partnership with the University of Brighton in the UK. I had the opportunity to travel all the way out to the UK to engage with PhD students studying sustainable designs on what we are doing with plastic waste in Ghana and Africa. Some of the key milestones relates to me meeting Prince Charles. In 2018, when His Excellency Prince Charles of Wales was in Ghana, my work of art from Wales got selected for him to see. So I met Prince Charles personally. Along the journey, Forbes Africa also documented the Macintosh Africa project and my personal life experience. Also, out in the UK, the BBC stopped me for an interview, and Brussels Airlines has also documented my work on their flight for about 4 months. This is how the Macintosh story has gone, but it has been because I took my time to cultivate an identity and discover my talents and gifts. Now, when I spoke from the beginning, I spoke about my loss and about how I use my loss to actually influence young people. Everything that you are going through as a young person can be turned into an advantage that you can use to influence your own life positively or that of other young people. My loss of my parents, my loss of my education, my loss of money, jobs, and friends has been a key influence in helping me to discover my identity and also work to discover my skills, my gifts, and talents. So this is the advice I like to give to young people. If you have an entrepreneurial journey, this is what I can tell you. That discover who you are, discover your identity, cultivate your identity, and commit to a vision, and keep going in that direction until the vision comes alive as you apply the lessons you are learning. 5 key words I'll leave with every young person: perseverance, experimentation, drive, vision, and volunteerism. These are like very, very serious and key things that can help you along your journey as a young person. When I was growing up, one of the key influences on my life has been Dale Carnegie. So Dale Carnegie wrote a book called Stop Worrying and Start Living. I actually accidentally chanced on this book when I lost my parents. And this book has changed my life in terms of how it helped me to channel my negative energies into positive energy. So I recommend that book for you. And before I leave, I would like to speak about 2 of the key impacts that I've made with my life when I discovered and cultivated my own identity. Because I had sat in a meeting with the board of directors of MasterCard Foundation when they were working on the project called Africa Works. This project led to the approval of $200 million to be used to create 3 million jobs for the Ghanaian youth within the next 10 years. I've also sat in meetings on the United Nations Waste Recovery Platform that has led to the implementation of the Ghana National Waste Management Policy, which got approved by Parliament of Ghana and launched by the President of Ghana. So this is the thing. Cultivating identity is key. Discovering yourself is critical and important. And every young person needs to go on this journey to discover their gift, their passion, their talents, their abilities, and know how to channel it to influence their community, their friends, and their world. I am doing that at the moment, and I'm still doing that. So I will urge you to take your time to discover who you are, to go on a journey of cultivating your identity, because that is the only way you can find fulfillment in life. I wish you all the best on that journey.